You know, every time on Saturday when we get together, I have several long lectures that I have in mind. But you know what? I don't want to pollute the atmosphere and I want everyone to have a good time. But I have these thoughts that I still want to share with my kids, so sue me. I want to talk about persuasion. I really think that when it comes to our walk with Christ, what my mom and dad did, I think, a good job of is persuading. It's not yelling or threatening or you got to follow these rules. It's just making the case. And I honestly think my mom and dad made a good job of making the case for Christ, for the walk with Christ, for living a biblical life. So that when I got to Cal State Fullerton, when I got into real estate, I heard other cases and I thought, mom and dad's case was better. And you know, I've spent your entire life persuading you, whether it's in the car, getting you in a headlock, starving you, whatever it takes to persuade you. And I think by and large, my 6 kids, my 2 kids-in-law, my fiance, my grandkids are persuaded about the walk. But here's the challenge. My voice is going to get smaller and smaller. I'm increasingly looked on as irrelevant. Just ask Joy. But what I want you guys to be unabashed about, what I want you guys to do is persuade each other. And here's why. As you guys get older, everybody's still trying to persuade you about the other way, the other paths. Tim LaHaye, who wrote the Left Behind series, he's the founder of Jamie's College in Santee in San Diego, and my dad's roommate at Bob Jones, or a classmate at Bob Jones. He wrote a series of books in the early 80s called The Battle for the Family, The Battle for the Home, The Battle for the Schools. And I remember reading those books as a young, in my 20s, thinking, it's a battle. And I want you guys to see that. And I would love it that after I'm dead and gone, you guys are persuading each other. Okay? Joy's sending Jamie an article that persuades you about the benefits and the value of Christianity, capitalism, patriarchy, democracy, free enterprise. All these things are under assault. But here's the payoff, and here's what I want you to walk away. This one thought, okay? Here's the payoff. As you're talking to each other, okay, siblings, as Jamie's talking to Julia and persuading her about some new idea that she thought about, your kids are listening. That's the payoff. As you're persuading each other in love, in kindness, your kids listen in, the eavesdrop, and you're persuading your kids, my grandkids, by persuading each other. And you know what? Right now it's like Ben Shapiro. You know, kiddo sees a good video of Ben Shapiro talking about some subject, and he sends it to Josh. Okay, Josh sends Jace a scripture verse from church. It's persuading one another. So when you get a persuasion, let me appreciate the persuasion and do the same thing. Anyway, my thought today: persuasion for the sake of the grandkids and the great-grandkids. Love all of you, except for Joy.